folks, welcome to FiddleHed, Fiddle Lessons. I am here in Ireland, in the town of Trim. Here's the Trim Castle, and I'm going to make a video for you on the Game of Thrones theme, but this one is going to cover adding Irish embellishments to it. I've already done a basic version of the Game of Thrones theme, so I'm going to jump into it soon because it rains a lot here. It's going to rain any minute. I have a little break right now. By the way, this castle and this whole area is where Braveheart, the movie starring Mel Gibson, made in 1994, was filmed. So anyway, I'm going to get into this version, just a few simple Irish embellishments added, and then just talk about them a little bit. So, I'm not going to break it down super fine because I have a lesson that does that already, but I'm going to play the basic part and then kind of play some of the embellishments. So the basic was the first opening phrase. So, and there in those long notes on the D3, I'm adding a trill, or actually a turn, also known as a roll in Ireland. I just learned that. And on that roll, I'm basing it around 3, which is normally just a long D3, but I'm adding 3 to low 4, 3, 2, 3 to make this roll. Even more slow-mo. And then faster. There's a lot of subtle ways you could do it differently, but I'm just going to stick to that for now. And then I do the same thing based on G3. That's how it sounds really slow, faster, even really faster. Try to make your touch really light, and you can practice it by practicing trills. Kind of loosen your fingers up and strengthen them at the same time. Okay, and so the basic again was, and so this part I added, it's kind of like a roll, but it feels more like a 16th note triplet, like slur 3 to get it. So try to practice just one little thing a bunch. So the first phrase, you could do this a lot. Eventually you start to get it. Then do them both together. Then add a little more. And just maybe stick with that a little bit. I'll do it a little slower. Want to pause the video and practice that. I don't have my cards here, but you could do that. Just imagine the screen goes pause and practice, and you pause the video and you get that until you master it. Okay, thanks for doing that. And then the second part is very similar. And I do the same thing like a roll. So the breaking that roll down is based around D low 2 to D3 low 2 1 2. basic. D low 1, open D, low 2, and then I'm adding I think this is called the flick. I just took a lesson from a great Irish fiddle teacher. I'm going to talk more about that in a different video and in the blog. It's a flick. You kind of make it quiet. It's more like that note serves to break up a long note instead of. So it's a very functional thing in terms of the rhythm. The flick. It's a way to break things up. So I think I've explained that part pretty well, and that's basically the whole A part. B part. So I'm saying A and B part, but the original melody is, well, that's just how I hear it. I hear things as fiddle tunes, and I'm trying to present this more as a fiddle tune. It's a lot more orchestrated. There's a lot more subtle chord changes that are going on. I've simplified it a little bit to make kind of a cool fiddle version of play in front of an Irish castle. So what I did on the B part, this is a basic, is I added a D low 1 double stop. Seems really sad and pretty, especially when I add the A3. I think it's a nice touch. So do you have that without double stops? Now I'm adding that D low 1. It's kind of the same thing based on the A low 1 comes next. So without double stops, this whole phrase is. Alright, landing on D low 4. Again, if you haven't learned this tune at all, I suggest the basic version just to drive that point home, because I want to keep moving through it. So adding back to double stop with D low 1. And that little phrase, basic, it's just a long G3. And I'm adding actually it's a 16th note triplet. Slower. And then after that, there comes this. The basic. Now I'm adding triplets there. So 3 to 4, 3, low 2, 3, low 2, low 1. It's actually low 4. So far in this part we have, I'll do it slow. Let me do it again slow. And then now, and there I'm adding some rolls. So I'm adding, I think that's also a flick, or it's also sometimes called a cut. I think it's a cut if it breaks up a long note. Slow motion. It's low 1 and low 2 and open G. So that's basically the whole idea. I think you got most of the parts now. And there's the first and a second half as well. And the first time you play the melody, you go up to D3. The second time you go down to O. second time you land on G3, which is C. So, and that's it. Well, I hope that was fun, as fun for you as it was for me. I'm having a good time here. I'm meeting lots of friendly people. Maybe next time I'll bring some of you with me and we'll do this together. Okay, thanks for watching. See you next time on FiddleHed. So long. Go to FiddleHed.com for a progressive, step-by-step course outline, color-coded tabs, play-along tracks, sheet music, and much more. Thanks for watching the video. Excellent! And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.